Welcome, Keith.
Good morning, guys.
Oh, you really turned on his total radio voice. You see what he just did there? You see what he just did? He went,
Yeah.
welcome, Keith. How are you?
There's a lot of curiosity around what's the design of the hotel. Can you maybe talk a little bit about what your vision is for the hotel and kind of the style?
So we're working, with the town and Hilton side by side.
Gotcha.
So it hurts.
Yeah, so
Both
you got
sides. Yeah,
Two bosses.
you get hit from everywhere.
Potentially, is that something you can share with us? Can you talk a little bit about that, or?
Wow, this is a very secret podcast. I didn't realize that. Do we need like decoder rings to get through stuff, or are we going to be able to figure stuff out? Okay, but go ahead.
So it's been quite the commitment, right, and quite the long road.
Yes, it has, Scott.
See when he gets all serious? You see when he gets all...
I'm sorry.
No, get him.
You were.
No. No, get him.
I'm sorry.
He either... No, don't...
Don't apologize.
Keith, please do not...
2 on 1 here. Like last.
No. I'll protect you if it's necessary. Wait, I can bring this coffee?
You can bring that coffee in a 15-minute limit, and that's it. No Wi-Fi password for you.
People can't take me for more than 15 minutes anyway, so...
You ready to get going?
Yeah, I could feel
All right.
Oscar's vibe of like, we're rolling, guys. Go ahead.
I got a hard stop at 10:30.
You got a hard stop at 10:30?
10:30.
Oh, then we better get full. This guy, like,
18 minutes of content. Me? Don't blame me. You didn't get started. Did you feel the vibe?
welcome to Cornwall Conversations. Episode 2.
Do it.
Do it. All
I don't know what that means, but I don't know. We were sticking with the Cuban-Italian vibe. That's what we were doing.
So we have Keith Perez with us from 2 Girls, 1 Boy Holding Company. He's also the president of Sonata Group. Welcome, Keith.
Good morning, guys.
Oh, you really turned on his total radio voice. You see what he just did there? You see what he just did? He went,
Yeah.
welcome, Keith. How are you? All right, go ahead. Here we go.
So go ahead.
No, Keith, tell us just a little bit about yourself. Like, how, where'd you get started? How'd you wind up here?
With this project, or we talk about life?
In general, yeah. Just how'd you wind up in Cornwall?
I got married.
Ah, okay.
My first wife.
Okay.
Moved here over on Elm Street. Matter of fact, right up the street here. My daughter was born here. Went to school here for 10 of the 12 years. Now she goes to a private school that she needs to go to.
Yep.
I'm not from Cornwall. We came here from Newburgh, and I always liked it. It's got a little
So you were born and
1950s feel.
raised in Orange County.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep.
Because you have a little bit of an accent. I would spend
Well-
a lot of time in the city then.
Yeah.
Okay.
So tell us how the project got started. I know you purchased the Bernicker building. What was that did you have when you purchased that building? Did you have that in mind? A hotel
No.
in mind?
No, we purchased it with the understanding we're going to do a warehouse office. I needed a warehouse
Okay.
from a construction company, and we just kept going. And then we were going to do a brewery. Kind of went back and forth on that. I don't brew. And then,
Coffee, beer, anything. Do you brew
beer,
coffee?
beer.
You talked about espresso.
yeah,
You brew an espresso.
yeah. No, it was going to be beer.
You don't brew beer. Right.
And then I want to be held by a master brewer.
Right.
And my attorney, Bart, actually came up with the idea for the hotel.
Gotcha.
And we never looked back.
Yeah.
When did you actually purchase it? What year?
19?
2019.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
We did a couple of spill cleanups.
Yep. Yep.
Through
Definitely.
COVID. That was during COVID.
I remember that. Yeah.
That was a nightmare.
That was one of the first times we spoke.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Met through Jay Feinberg.
Yes.
Remember?
Yes.
It was a
Yeah,
hot
he's in
day that
Virginia
day.
now, right?
Yeah, I think so. He's mostly in Virginia.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
a hot day that day.
It was hot.
Yeah.
It was
I had
hot.
a bunch of flooring in there from your construction company. I remember
Yep.
that.
Yeah, we put some overflow in there.
Yeah.
Almost all gone now.
Yeah.
And then 3 years of pain to get where we are today.
Yeah. So it's been quite the commitment, right, and quite the long road.
Yes, it has, Scott.
See when he gets all serious? You see when he gets all
I'm sorry.
No, get him.
You were.
No, get him.
I'm sorry.
He either don't Keith,
Don't apologize.
Keith, please do not.
2 on 1 here. Like last.
I'll protect you if it's necessary, but when you get all proper and be like, wow, I can't believe we're there. No, just shut. But good for you. It's been progress, though, right? Like, so
Yes.
it's been 3 years, but
Yes.
it's been progress.
Yes.
You want to talk about any like your biggest hurdles along the way? I'm probably stealing. I don't clip work, by the way, but I would just imagine that maybe
My job is just keep us on track.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, just, dealing with the town, the boards, planning board has been tough just to get through.
Okay.
Um,
Well, it's
just-
something. In fairness, it's something that Cornwall has never seen before, right?
Fair to
it's-
say, yes.
Right. It's something Cornwall has
Yes.
never seen before. So
It's been hard.
okay.
I won't say too much.
Yeah.
I want to, but
No. We appreciate the.
as you know.
But with that, now what is the timing? I think there is one more meeting that you got to get through.
We are supposed to have a resolution
Yeah.
on the 7th, God willing.
Right. And God willing, if that goes through, then what's the plan? What's the next?
Then it's go. We're working on MEPs now. Then it's just start.
Should I bring a hammer or something, or like?
Nah.
No?
Nah.
This demo first, no?
Well,
I mean,
yeah.
demo. You gotta knock that thing.
But we got to get our permits.
All right, let's consider all of that's done. By the way, I don't think we even set this up. Like, Keith is the hotel guy. I mean, we didn't even, you jumped right in and you just was like, "Yeah, go ahead." Like, we knew who he was, but everybody else, Keith is the hotel guy. I mean, that's how they're going to know you.
Yeah,
I mean,
The hotel on Main Street.
in fairness, plenty of people probably know you, but they got to know you're the hotel
Yeah.
guy. So let's talk about demo. You got like a little excavator I could run or something?
No.
What do you mean?
No, we'll have demo
I
guy
don't
do it.
understand.
No.
I can't bring a sledgehammer?
Nah, you can if you want the first day.
Okay, all right.
We'll take a picture.
That'd be cool, actually.
God can
We
come.
could do that. By the way, are the 2 checkered shirts throwing you off?
A little
at all?
bit.
It's a little bit,
Little
right?
bit.
If you need to, focus the glasses, because I thought he was going to wear a solid today, and instead he wore a checkered, and I was already planning on this. But
Yeah.
but then again, I was going to wear a
I'm
sweatshirt.
going to get us back on track.
Put us back on track.
Keith, tell us a little bit about the hotel. Can you give us an overview? What's the size? How many rooms? Who do you think or will be the primary customers that you're looking for? That type of thing.
52 rooms, restaurant, bar, outdoor seating. The people, West Point, Storm King.
Yeah.
The golf course.
Yeah.
And then whoever wants to stay, I think a lot of people from West Point will be mainly, I think that's what the feasibility study showed. But it's changed so much since then as well. Like the golf course, we didn't count on that.
Right.
That's going to be some golf course too.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that.
That's my understanding. You're working with the folks over there potentially. Is that something you can share with us? Can you talk a little bit about that, or?
Wow, this is a very secret podcast. I didn't realize that. Do we need like decoder rings to get through stuff? Or are we going to be able to figure stuff out? Okay, but go ahead.
I've spoken with the owner a few times.
Yeah.
He's excited about this project,
Yeah.
as we are for his project.
For sure.
It'll marry nice.
Yeah.
We didn't ink anything or anything like that. I don't want to go too much into
Sure.
that's his business, but the place is beautiful. I mean, we've walked
Right.
the golf course. I mean, it's nice. I mean, it really is nice.
What's your jump into just a little bit of your background, like building a hotel, right? So you're in construction,
Yep.
but building a hotel is like, that's not, you build a 4-family or something like that. That's like, okay, that you can handle.
So I started off in commercial flooring
Okay.
when I was 12 years old for my father. I opened up my business when I was 17
So you got a
years
late start at 12.
Yeah.
You got a late start.
old. He wanted me to come at 9.
6. Yeah.
Did you have shoes?
Yeah,
Did you
no, not at all. I was walking at 6 months and fluent in 4 languages by a year. And
Start a business.
Okay.
Then I couldn't work for my father.
Okay.
So I opened up my own business, commercial flooring, and slowly progressed into GC work probably about 20 years ago. And been fortunate enough to land some big projects. And
How many buildings would you say you've built?
no, we built no hotels. at all. A lot
In
of
general, though,
a lot of
projects.
healthcare. No, a lot of fit outs.
Right,
Not too many ground ups.
Okay, not too many ground.
Not too many ground ups.
Okay,
The easiest part is building. It's the 3 years to
understood.
get through the town,
Understood.
permits. That's the pain. Everything's on a drawing. It's not any rocket
Right.
science. And obviously funds.
For sure. Right.
But I can't wait to build it.
Okay.
That's when it'll be like, oh,
Yeah, for sure.
you know.
For sure.
So the some of the projects that you've worked on Burke here in Cornwall, correct?
Yes,
And,
yes. Do a lot of work at Montefiore.
Burke?
The rehab,
Cardio
across the
rehab.
street here.
Thank
Cardio
you.
rehab.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
did that.
Yeah.
Okay.
A couple of phases. The lobby.
So if
Both
people want to see
campuses.
your work, they can just go into the lobby over here and,
Yeah.
and see what your work is, what
Yeah.
it looks like. There's a lot of curiosity around what's the design of the hotel. Can you maybe talk a little bit about what your vision is for the hotel and kind of the style of the hotel?
So the vision is something timeless with a little industrial.
Right.
Not too contemporary, not too rustic, right? Transitional is what I'm headed for.
Yeah.
You don't want to date,
Right.
more iconic.
Yeah.
We tried to keep with the town, and then we went for the iconic feel. The architect did, which I like.
Yeah.
We were going to put a rooftop bar, which really kind of broke my heart, but it just didn't work,
Okay.
numbers wise.
Right.
But that hurt.
Yeah.
That hurt. I was literally looking forward to that. But the outdoor seating, being set back from the road, I mean, it's kind of perfect setup. But we have some renderings. We're just not all the way through yet. And it's all price driven.
Is it going to be a brand in there? Can I
Hilton.
ask about that?
Hilton.
Oh, it's going to be a Hilton.
Yeah, we signed
Okay.
a contract with Hilton
Gotcha.
quite a while ago now. So we're working, with the town and Hilton
Yeah.
side by side.
Gotcha.
So it hurts
Yeah,
on
so you
both
got two
sides.
bosses.
Yeah.
And,
Two bosses.
Yeah, you get hit from everywhere.
what about the concept for the restaurant? Because I'm a food
We
guy.
have a restaurant guy coming the 11th.
Okay.
The 11th.
All right.
We looked at a couple of different restaurateurs.
Okay.
We haven't made a decision yet.
So, and that's what it'll be. It'll just, you're looking at all ideas, right? So it could be technically be a local restaurant that pops in there, or it could be somebody else.
Somebody with more experience with banquets as well, because we want to do both. We'll be having breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Okay.
It'll be a full serve.
Gotcha.
So we want somebody that's comfortable with that. A lot of people that do dinners don't do breakfast. So you
How
want
many
somebody
people would the space be willing to, like, for events and stuff?
120,
Wow. Okay.
120.
It's pretty big.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd
So
like
that
it to
whole
be bigger.
first floor, that whole first floor.
No, just I would say half this way, towards the front.
Yeah.
The main entrance being the restaurant from the road,
Yep.
and then the hotel being on the Verizon building side.
Got
An
it.
entrance into there.
Okay.
And with outdoor seating.
Okay.
I mean, we invite the community. Come,
For sure.
sit down, get a coffee. Don't got to be from us,
Right.
and hang.
Wait, I could bring this coffee?
You can bring that coffee
good.
in a 15-minute limit, and that's it. No Wi-Fi password for you.
People can't take me for more than 15 minutes anyway. So
What other amenities should the town expect and residents expect with the hotel that they might be able to take advantage of?
The restaurant, the bar,
Yeah.
the outdoor seating. Not much more we could fit in there. We have a meeting room.
Space?
Yep,
Okay.
not huge. I think it's like 25 people.
oh, that's a good size, though.
size, yeah.
That's a good size.
There's a gym that's more for the guests.
Mhm.
That's really it.
What do you bench now, Keith?
4,
You could bench 400?
4.
400?
Yeah,
Just
last
clean.
time. Well, right.
Last time he benched 400? Good for you. All right, good.
been a long
We'll
time.
try out. We'll try out. We'll all go down and see what our numbers could be. Why not? Who cares? Bunch of old guys. We'll crack our backs in half. It'll be great.
One of the what about jobs and the economic impact that you foresee with the construction of the hotel?
We have a job count. I think it's 14 for the hotel. GM, front desk manager, front desk people, cleaners. I think there's janitorial in there as well. And then the restaurant has, what is it, 25? Sorry, I'm looking over there for help. And that is, all three, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and banquets.
Right.
And that's, chefs, serving, waiters, waitresses,
Right.
whatever it needs, bartenders.
Yep.
We'd like to take this opportunity to thank our Emerald sponsor, Walden Savings Bank. They're the only bank in town here in Cornwall. And if you're looking for whether it's a personal bank, a business bank, having a bank in town where you can walk right in, speak with a live person, is super important. So check out and support your local bank. Walden Savings Bank's sponsorship allows the Chamber of Commerce to bring the podcast like this to you, as well as other events and activities to enhance the community and the business environment.
And
Go back to the rooms. 52 rooms.
52 rooms.
Are there going to be some more suite style rooms?
There's going to be
Just
4
jump a little
suites
bit?
upstairs.
Okay, so 4
So
suites
there'll
upstairs.
be balcony in the front, balcony in the back,
Nice.
and then 1 suite on each side.
Okay.
Or you shut the door in the hallway, and that could be 1 big suite as well
Okay.
on both sides. Really nice.
Okay.
Mansard roof, got glass that comes down like this over the bed. It's pretty cool.
That's
Pretty
awesome.
cool. The soaking tubs inside the shower itself,
Okay.
like a wet room.
Yeah.
In those rooms, really nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to seeing it complete.
Okay. And how much input? You said you have a bunch of bosses. How much input are you getting, like from Hilton, to say like this is kind of what we want, or do you kind of have free reign to do what you want?
We do have more or less free reign because it's a boutique hotel, Tapestry, soft brand.
Yep.
Obviously
Those
there's
are
some
some big
things.
words there. He just popped into Tapestry.
Tapestry is the soft brand of Hilton. Hilton has
gotcha.
multiple hotels.
Gotcha.
That
That was like a 3-syllable word. You gotta keep them a little shorter for me. Hilton, I'm good with. Tapestry, I guess.
So this isn't going to be a big Hilton badge
No.
or anything like that.
No, no,
It's
no,
not
no.
built-in or anything.
No,
Yeah.
the idea behind the Hilton was it's for traveling and reward points.
Yeah, okay.
And they're a good brand,
Right.
strong brand,
Right.
and we could use their help.
Yeah.
Which is a plus for us.
So they're really going to be dealing with helping you with the back office and infrastructure. There's your word again, infrastructure.
Another
things,
big word.
Things like
The
that.
architects more of the infrastructure.
Mhm.
They have input.
Yep.
Glenn and Co.
Yep.
Dynamite guy. Kind of following his lead. We have ideas,
Sure.
but he could see it. This is, I don't know how many hotels he's done. This is dropping the bucket for him.
Okay.
Not that he doesn't care,
Right.
but he's kind of led us. He's also our interior designer as well, which we did that on purpose. Sometimes you have 2 different people, and then they're not on the same wavelength, and so it's been really good.
Remember just talking about just Hilton is kind of bringing kind of the back office and the
Yeah.
infrastructure. They're bringing their
Their boutique
brand.
The also that to the internet, you have all that.
Right.
and
And
we
they'll
also-
provide that.
They provide that, and we also have an operator, Prestige, Justin Smith,
Okay.
dynamite guy,
Right.
a lot of experience
Yep.
running hotels.
Okay.
He runs a couple of James Newberry in Kosaki and the Wick in Hudson.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a beautiful place.
I've never been. I've seen pictures. It is
beautiful. Yeah.
nice. So that's why we went with him.
Right.
We went through a couple people, and it fit right.
That's
And then the architect, and they had a background together, and it just, we went through a couple architects,
Okay.
so it wasn't easy. And we found that the synergy,
Yeah.
then it got easier.
So you're getting, I don't know how many more, I never refer to the clipboard as I said
Yeah.
before, but you're getting close to kind of seeing the finish line here, right?
Oh, yeah.
Are you only at the last little bit of,
MEPs, we have designs, not anything we shared,
Right.
renderings,
yeah,
but it's all, again, it's price driven. You could spend $55 million. You could spend,
Right.
it's unlimited.
sure,
Right.
of course.
But you got to keep within, and it's hard for me because I like what I like. Like you want this, but you got to do it 52 times.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, and it's changed a little bit, right? It's
Yes.
a couple,
Well, the first rendering we came out with was, okay, what do we actually
Right.
it was modeled kind of after the Adelphi in Saratoga.
okay.
Same kind of,
Yeah.
the same kind of theme. A lot of people didn't like that. A lot of people don't like this one.
Okay.
But
Not gonna be able to please. You can't please.
Yeah.
Everybody's got an opinion, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's got an
my
opinion.
mother likes it. She
Yeah.
says we're good. We're good.
Not the money. It's just an opinion.
Well, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Mom likes it. That's good.
Yeah. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yep.
What is what are you thinking from an opening standpoint? Could you have any idea? I know that's going to be
We
a
do.
moving target. But,
We do. We're looking for May to break ground.
Okay.
Made a break ground. Not
Right.
a
To break ground. 18 to 24 months after.
That's when I bring my sledgehammer.
Open.
May.
Yeah.
Can we make this like a little bit of a thing? Like when you
We can.
like a bit of a groundbreaking. Like I'm being serious.
Yeah.
Like,
No, I think
like,
we.
bring the shovels, bring a couple things, get a couple people. in,
And
let's,
director of operations got something scheduled.
perfect. Seriously, I'll
Well,
bring a
we
hard
can-
hat. I'll bring a sledgehammer. I'll bring everything. Just
We
let's
got
have a
hard
good
hats.
time with
We
it.
got hard hats.
Yeah, so do I. I'm saying,
Chrome.
we'll have a good time.
Chrome
Yeah,
sledgehammer.
we'll have a good time with it. Officially
100%.
ground.
100%.
So yeah, okay.
Um,
So May, which is nice because it'll get you through the nice weather at least.
exactly. That's what we planned.
Right.
Not to say that something can happen, but we're really shooting.
So
Hard.
either early 2027 or mid 2027.
Yes.
Opening standpoint.
The team thinks 18 months.
Uh-huh.
I'm saying 24 months because I know.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
I know. And that's open. Toilet paper, everything.
Understood.
Done.
Good thing for the toilet paper.
Yeah, because you got to
shut
have the
down.
toilet paper.
Yeah, not so much the coffee machines, but plug the toilet paper. That's the finishing touch. And you're ready.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's kind of, and Prestige is handling all that. You got training, you got, there's how the hotel
Sure.
works. I feel for them. And you kind of get thrown in. All right, we're done.
Sure.
Go ahead. And then they got to go through all the pain
Right.
quick,
So you've mentioned pain a couple times. Let's stay away from the pain for just a half a second. Tell us about something that just went like better than you had expected. You got something in there? I know that wasn't part of the list, but
No, I got you.
There's got to be something besides this great podcast that you had 58 days of agita for.
I did. What
I
is
know you
this?
did.
What's going
I know
on?
you did. Your wife was camped outside my house for a couple days. Like, please, don't make him nervous. Like, we're gonna be fine. Everybody, we're gonna get through it. Everything's gonna be great.
I think the easiest thing was getting the spills closed because that was scary.
That's interesting. Yeah.
That was scary.
Wow.
When I say easy,
Uh,
not easy, but easier than I thought.
I don't think I'm just want to clarify. I don't think people really understand when you talk about spills. I mean, that was a contaminated site, right?
Correct.
And so the fact that you guys went in and cleaned that
And
site
cleaned it up.
yeah, so that's what you're talking about. with
Yes.
solid swells.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry to
Um,
interrupt. Go ahead.
No, no problem.
Yeah.
And Bart, again, my attorney, he has a lot of experience,
Yeah.
and that made it
You had to
easier.
dig up soil. Like,
Oh, yeah.
You had to dig up soil.
Oh,
You
yeah.
had to get the soil taken out of there, and
Go to a burn plant and then come back and test, and you have the old DEC. And they were great too. Thank
Okay.
God.
so that's good actually, because that's usually
I was
that's usually-
petrified.
right?
Yeah.
I was petrified.
But they're all
You hear horror
closed.
stories.
Right.
Yeah. Did you go into the project? Did you know that was a contaminated site when you bought the property, or was that
We
something that
did.
was done?
They had a phase one.
Okay.
It was bank owned property.
Yeah.
They had a phase one, and they were like, "It's good," and we read the phase one, and it's not. So we did a phase.
Phase one is for environmental purposes. An environmental
Yes.
company comes out and takes a look and tells you if the property is clean or dirty. Sorry, I had to just, I don't know. He talked about MEPs before. I said, what the hell was talking about? So I just figured, let me talk about a phase one real quick. By the way, you may find this very hard to believe, but I'm showing amazing restraint of not asking you all these questions. I do commercial lending for a living, so I want to ask you all these questions about
So
cost
banks
overruns
like
and
phase
stuff.
twos. They see a phase one, they want a phase two.
It gets very tough when there's a phase two involved. I'm actually dealing with one right now.
Okay. So that
means
led
there's
to,
a problem with
there was a problem.
Okay, sorry, I put my radio voice on there. That was my serious, informative voice. Okay, I'm back, Scott. I'll put the torch back to you. So
No, just
that's
go
good
ahead.
to hear, by the way.
Yeah.
That's good
was.
to hear.
And
that the
scary.
DEC,
Scary.
like all of that stuff went well, because you're right.
Yep.
That would look. I have always said throughout my career, a lot of times a phase two, if I have a buyer looking at a property, it's a deal killer.
Yeah.
A lot of times, because the cost, the
It can just keep going.
I know.
And
Yeah. So that's awesome to hear, actually.
if I didn't
That's
have
awesome.
Bart to do that, I wouldn't have did it.
A lot of plugs for Bart today.
Yeah.
A lot of plugs
Yeah,
for
for the
Bart.
Bart plugs.
Was it Lansky? Bart Lansky, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
To
Yeah.
your point though, Dominic, I mean, you've dealt with this before and some people would have just bailed out, right?
For sure.
I was ready.
Did you notice that he used my full name there? He said Dominic, and that's like you're almost like yelling at me. Like it's like when you get in trouble. Like Dominic, knock that off. Like I don't understand. Like you used my full name. You said Dominic. I don't.
It was to give you some.
Oh,
some
that was the
respect and kind of
proper.
like-
That was
yeah,
the
exactly.
proper. Like, oh
It was
my
like to
God,
elevate
you actually know what you're talking about from time to time. Appreciate that.
So the point being, right, that there serious commitment it took to get you through that process.
Sure.
Serious commitment it
Yep.
took to get you through the planning board, and now here we are, hopefully coming out the other side, right?
Thank
Yeah.
And that's exciting.
Yeah, May,
Yeah,
and
it
May
is
is going to be
exciting.
here in the blink of an eye.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All jokes aside, did it feel like an eternity?
Yes.
It did.
Yes, it
felt
really
like an
did.
Eternity. Fair.
Like you're like, oh my God.
Yeah. Like you got another thing coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we know that you're you got a hard stop. So, is there before we let you go, is there anything else that you'd like to comment on or speak to with regards to the hotel or?
What do you think for Main Street, the businesses? I've heard everybody's excited about the property. Is there anything regarding Main Street? Is there any other plans? Is anybody else coming in? Have you heard anything like that?
So we haven't heard anything.
Okay.
However, one of the things that we do hear a lot from our Main Street businesses and what makes them excited about this, right, is one of the biggest complaints that Main Street businesses have is there just isn't enough foot traffic, to support their business or to enhance their business. So they're really looking forward to having the hotel on Main Street to
And it's
generate
walkable.
to generate more of that foot traffic, right? That's needed, whether you're a barber or a boutique or a restaurant or bar.
Yeah.
That foot traffic's incredibly important. So
I'd like to
folks,
see some restaurant bars open up.
yeah,
And then
You're about to open one.
couple, but you get that ping pong,
right,
you know,
Sure.
yeah.
and then plug in the middles.
Yeah.
I think that's what makes it. I mean, I don't know.
Right.
I'd like to see more of that. The Lemon Building
Yeah.
is for sale. That have you heard anything about
Haven't heard
that? We like to
anything.
talk about that.
Yeah. I mean, I know it is for sale. I haven't heard anything of anything closing on that or
Okay.
interest, but
I think
that
it's
would,
Italian
that
restaurant.
would be a really cool place.
Yeah.
Maybe
Cool
a
restaurant.
cool restaurant or bar, restaurant
Yeah.
bar, yeah.
Yeah.
Or a TikTok deli.
Oh, the TikTok deli is definitely coming. Look, I from my perspective, people always talk about, well, we'd like to be like this, and I think that gets tough, right? To kind of mimic what maybe another Main Street looks like. The thing that I could just kind of plug is that, like, at least everybody, it's when you drive through it,
Yeah.
it's a good looking Main Street from Main Street down to Hudson Street to get your way to the river, right? There's stuff
Yeah.
going on, and there is stuff that you could make stops at along the way, whether it be ice cream down in Hudson and coffee up top and coffee in the middle and a couple of good.
It's got a really great feel.
Right, it really does, and I think the foot traffic will be more than welcome for sure.
Yeah.
Look, you could see it when there's a buzz. Again, take any of the local coffee shops, right?
Yeah.
When it's West Point weekend, you could see the buzz. And to be fair, to your point from the beginning, people are not even like really staying like that close, but the places are just packed. They're just packed.
Yeah, and to build on that too, I think also with the Storm King Arts Center, right?
Yeah.
People have been, I think, in the past kind of in and out, and now with a hotel on Main Street, I think, and I want to believe that
Stay more.
you're gonna stay more, right? You're gonna
For
create
sure.
a plan to come in. Maybe you come in on a Friday from the city. You stay the night. You get up. You go to the Arts Center. And then you stay another night, and you do a hike on Sunday, and you head home,
Agreed.
right?
It's an anchor.
Yeah,
It's the
absolutely.
Macy's at the mall.
Yeah, right.
You know, like
Completely
the malls are
agree.
doing well.
Well,
but
well, that's something that they talk about, right? When you try to, again, match up to other Main Streets,
Yep.
Cornwall's a little transitional, right?
Yep.
So you're like on your way up to Albany, and it's like we're almost too easy to get to, right? Like we're almost too easy. You're quick on 9W,
You need
you're quick to
destination.
87, right? So you could just keep on going.
Yep.
So somebody says, no big deal, I'll stay up in Newburgh. But
Mhm.
now you don't have to anymore.
once you park, you're done.
Right.
You know, that to me is a plus.
Agreed.
That's what I would look for.
Agreed.
And the feasibility study reflects that as well. But I'm happy. I'm happy.
Yeah, we're pretty excited.
I'm excited too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah. I'm
We're looking
excited.
forward to that grand opening, that ribbon cutting.
Oh yeah.
You think you're gonna do bacon, egg, and cheeses?
We
in
could do
the
bacon, egg, and
restaurant?
cheeses.
Yeah,
So,
bacon, egg, and
SBK?
cheese. There's been a
SBK?
call for bacon, egg, and cheeses. Maybe you get a guy rolling bagels in the back or something. I
It'd be
don't
nice to have a deli here, right?
in Cornwall.
Yeah.
Do we? That's
No.
well, we might have a deli in the Lemon Building.
All right.
Keith, we appreciate your time. We appreciate you coming
you
out.
for having me.
We hope you were
Appreciate it.
comfortable. And I would also say that if we could keep this momentum going, I'm probably stealing Scott's wrap up here, but like once you get open and running,
I think
and
we should
maybe
do one
of us,
in the hotel.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
Right?
maybe one of us are working in the kitchen or something. Like I'm helping to bust tables and stuff.
That sounds good.
Come back and
Absolutely.
yeah, awesome.
Absolutely.
Thanks,
Thank you
man.
very much for having me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for coming out. Thanks.
Did you want to wrap up? Did you want to do something to wrap up?
Well,
or-
I think
You
the only
guys-
thing that I wanted to do
Uh-huh.
was just to again thank Keith, thank Oscar and Do Good Studios, and also just thank our sponsor and Emerald new Emerald member, Walden Saving Bank. So with that, I think we can wrap it up until next time. So thanks again, Keith.
No problem.
Awesome.
Thank you for having me.